Yankee Nation, quick operational video to send out to you guys. Thought it'd be easier to do this. This is not the in-moment update and sales update that I know you guys look forward to. First of all, yes, I'm dressed down today. It's raining cats and dogs in friggin' Charleston, and I work better when I have a lot to do in this and I have to be stuck and caged in this office like an animal. So I'm dressed like an animal. So you'll have to forgive me. I'm not logoed, but Mini RP has his logo on, so I should get partial credit for that. Anyway, real quick. So Chad and I had a great meeting yesterday. We normally meet once a week or at least once every couple of weeks. A couple of things that we want to get you guys help with, okay? First of all, as we approach the end of the year, we're going to be making some changes to the menus and doing certain things, and we'll certainly be getting your feedback on everything and letting you review. But one thing that we want to attack is our food quality. And we agree that you guys are getting much better about the quality of the food coming off the pits, the ribs, the Q, the wings, the smoked chicken, the brisket, all that stuff. The last brisket procedure change was awesome, getting great feedback of that. But now we got to talk about sides. We get feedback all the time from y'all and other people that say you can't be a good barbecue place if you don't have great sides. So we want y'all's help to figure out how we can make our sides better. So here's my challenge to you. I want all you guys to look at every one of our sides, okay? Now, I agree baked beans are probably in a pretty good place, but any of our sides that we currently have, I want you to figure out a way that we can get these things with a little bit more homemade, from scratch type side item that is going to separate ourselves from the competition, or at least get us on an equal playing field with the competition with the sides. Right, RP? Right. You're right, Mini RP. I'd be talking to myself if I said that. Anyway, so here's what I want you to do. I want y'all to work on it as a restaurant, okay? Or you can do it as a market or however way you want to do it. And the first thing we want to do is we want to improve the quality. Now, in improving the quality, a couple of considerations need to be taken into effect. The food cost. Alex tells me that our approximate cost of a side is around 50 cents. So some are less, some are more. So we want to make sure we stay around that 50 cents mark. The other thing that we want to consider is if we can execute it for catering. We need to be able to do it in large portions and things like that for the catering restaurants because we want a consistent product. The other thing I want you to do is I want you to look at our sides, take a good look, and see which ones we can get rid of. I'm thinking, and based on a lot of research that we've done and input from Chad and from y'all, I'm feeling like we can get rid of some sides. If you go to your average barbecue restaurant, especially the down-home ones, which is what we want to be, they have a lot less sides than we have, and there could open up some more opportunity for us to improve the quality by getting rid of some of them. And I know we've talked about looking at bringing the baked apples, cinnamon baked apples back that were signature and were unique. We can even, y'all can come up with something that's not even on the menu. And if you need Alex's help getting some items in to sample or whatever, let's do it. But I know of particular interest for me is our friggin' green beans. Our green beans are terrible. We need to do something about them. So I'd like to have a more fresh product. So sides, need your help with it. The other thing is we're testing some procedural things about pulled pork in the restaurant. If you guys want to do the same, go for it. Now, how are we going to select if we're going to do this? So at the Trainers Summit, seminar, whatever we're calling it, which y'all will get final information coming up in the next day or two, I want y'all to bring your product with you. Whoever your back of the house person is that's coming to represent your restaurant, I want them to bring your side item. And then I want y'all to cook it at the restaurant that we're going to be hosting it on and present it. And we're going to taste them. And whoever wins is going to win some cash money. And we might even name that side item after you or your restaurant on the menu. So really cool deal, but you need to have recipe, build, all that kind of stuff, presentation, all that kind of thing. I want you to sell us on your sides, okay? And you're not limited to doing one. You can do a different spin on all of them. Now, I also want you to do the same thing with our banana pudding. I don't want to serve banana pudding out of the can anymore. Neither does Mini RP. He wants banana pudding like Grandma used to make so we can be proud of it, okay? So we got to figure out how we can do that, but it also has to make sense from a cost perspective. So I know all y'all have Grandma and Aunt and all these kind of crazy banana pudding recipes out there. Bring it with you. Let's see who's the best, and let's see if we can make the change. Same deal goes. If we select it, you're going to win a prize. Now, a couple other little bit of homework items I need help with. We've been talking, and I know some of y'all have it in your markets, but me and Mini RP, like to order out a lot. And we've decided, we know that delivery services aren't really working for us trying to use caterers and catering vehicles, but we'd like for y'all to take a look in your markets to see what delivery services are available and what kind of deal there is. I'd like you to put together a couple of them, a couple of recommendations, and we want to move forward. In every restaurant, in every market, I want these delivery services working for us. The thing is, it has to make sense. We'd rather not have them take a cut out of this. We'd rather have the delivery services that tack on a surcharge, and we go from there. But I want everybody to get me this info as soon as you can on if you currently are using one, if they're available in other markets, blah, 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 and all that fun stuff, okay? So let's work on that. The next thing, the buffet. We're going to be kind of evaluating what we have on our buffet. So if we could get everyone to send me what you're currently offering on your buffet. I know your catering restaurants right now are doing some stuff that's left over from caterings, but I want to try to get some sort of standardization to the buffet and the setup and all that stuff to make sure we're doing what makes sense. So if y'all can get me that. And then another thing, I've heard y'all reaching out to me about hours of operation, okay? I know it's slowing down. Looking at sales numbers in the restaurants over the last week or so, it looks like sales from 9 to 10 or 10 to 11 are not really all that great, and it may be costing us a lot of money by being open. So I'd like for y'all to send me your recommendations on hours of operation. We need to kind of have it fairly standard, so I want to just get all your feedback and what you thought. Now, if you think there's a reason for you to stay open later, more power to you, because God love you. We need all the sales. But know this. If y'all tell me we're closing or we're going to change our close time from 10 to 9 and somebody walks in at 8:55 or even 9:05, we're serving them and seating them. There should be about a 15-minute rule on this deal, so just understand that I'm going to ask for your commitment for that. Okay, so this is just a little bit of homework here. You can ask me any questions about any of this stuff that you need. Super important, and I'm super excited about a commitment to making our sides better to go along with how awesome our ribs are. Now, a couple other little quick things I want you to focus on, because I like to make the in-moment thing more about positive than having to beat you guys up. But this is just a little key focus area. So let's mosey on over to my other board here. And Little RP wants you to take notice of a sign that he made. And this sign, I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm going to have my camera person zoom in on there. So he wants to make sure that you take notice of that sign, because please note right here, as we go through here, back of the house labor. Our affectionately supported Alex, who keeps such a good job on keeping us informed on the numbers, has let me know, and I've been following it too, that the back of the house labor is slipping. Y'all know that represents a huge expense for us. So I really need y'all to take a look at those schedules. I know y'all don't want me writing your kitchen schedules for you, but I have noticed it's going around to the restaurants. There's a lot of standing around, and I can tell you when it is. At the beginning of the shift, especially. I was in a restaurant that will remain unnamed last week, and I came in, and I think they had 3 cooks, and they really were not doing anything for the 45 minutes to an hour that I happened to be noticing what they were there. And so that's some serious money, especially when your sales are not big. You need to be focusing on that. So I wanted to just give you a couple of quick notes. First thing, low employee efficiency equals higher labor costs. Okay? If you got three guys making $10 an hour in your kitchen, and they're really not efficient, and you could do the same by paying 2 guys $12 an hour, I don't think you need to be a rocket scientist to figure out that you can make those changes. So you really need to make sure your folks are efficient. Okay? Talk to them about it. Next, compare your labor to a friend, a similar volume restaurant. So, Brenda, if you're at Hamilton Place and you look at your back of the house labor, compare it to Mount Pleasant. Okay? Downtown Greenville, compare yours to downtown Charleston. Somerville, compare yours to Woodruff, and vice versa. Okay? We live by the sword, we die by the sword, but that's why we do those comparisons and we send them out so you guys can see them. So take a look at that. And then finally, you want to call an audible and discuss the plan with your team. Okay? You get those reports weekly. Okay? If your labor's high, make a change to your schedule the next week. Don't copy and paste it. Or if it's Monday and it was slow and you feel like you don't need that same amount of cooks, call one off or send one home early or make the change on the schedule. You don't have to just do it because it's there. You guys have the autonomy to make these changes, so I encourage y'all to do it. And I really want y'all to own this part because, again, we've got other things we can do than spend time digging in to having the right schedules for y'all because I know you can do it. And I am going to get some numbers, and I'll probably be having some individual conversations with you guys that are struggling on the labor front. But y'all did such a bang-up job of this after the kitchen manager summits and the OP summits. I want us to get back to this so we can put this to bed and we can focus on some other things. And besides that, we'll be coming back with an in-moment video probably tomorrow. I've got the information, got to compile it, and some sales things, but remember, catering sales is up now. Dining room sales is down. $3,300 is all we had to make up for week one in order to be up total. I know there's $3,300 out there. Mini RP knows that there's $3,300 out there. I mean, look at him. He's agreeing with me. Dude is like on point. We are one. So focus on that stuff. Let's get it done. And this is RP and Mini RP, and we definitely approve this message. Holla.